Avoid these now. Do you consume these foods that ruin your liver? You are as healthy as your liver. Your liver helps you in many different ways, but its main function is to detox poisons from your body. It filters everything you eat, drink, breathe, and absorb through your skin. It's important to be aware of these ingredients in certain foods that ruin your liver so you can avoid them and keep your liver healthy. The first food I want to talk about is soy protein isolates. These are a highly processed form of soy that have become increasingly popular in recent years, especially among those looking to boost their protein intake without consuming animal products. Now, I'm not talking about fermented soy like tempeh, miso, or natto. Those are fine. Fermented soy products have been part of traditional diets for centuries and offer numerous health benefits due to their probiotic content and easier digestibility. Number one, I'm talking about processed soy products like soy protein isolates, which are often found in things like diet shakes, diet powders, protein bars, and veggie burgers. These products are marketed as healthy alternatives, but the reality is quite different. Number two, the problem with soy protein isolates is that they're often highly processed and can contain anti-nutrients that can interfere with the absorption of essential nutrients. These anti-nutrients, such as phytates and lectins, can bind to minerals in your digestive tract, making it harder for your body to absorb them. Number three, they can also disrupt your endocrine system, potentially leading to hormonal imbalances. This is because soy contains phytoestrogens, which are plant compounds that mimic the hormone estrogen in the body. While some phytoestrogens can be beneficial in large amounts, they can throw your hormones out of balance. Number four, now your liver plays a crucial role in filtering out these anti-nutrients and toxins. It works tirelessly to detoxify your body, breaking down harmful substances and ensuring they are safely eliminated. Number five, but when you overload your system with soy protein isolates, it puts extra stress on your liver. This added burden can lead to a range of issues, from mild discomfort to more serious health problems. Number six, over time, this can lead to inflammation and damage to your liver cells. Chronic inflammation is a precursor to many diseases, including liver disease, which can have severe consequences if not addressed. Number seven, so, if you're consuming a lot of processed soy products, it's time to rethink your diet. Consider the long-term impact on your liver and overall health. It's important to be mindful of what you're putting into your body. Number eight, choose whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible. These foods are not only more nutritious, but also free from the harmful additives and anti-nutrients found in processed products. Number nine, and if you're looking for a plant-based protein source, there are much better options out there like hemp seeds, chia seeds, or pumpkin seeds. These alternatives provide a rich source of protein without the negative side effects associated with soy protein isolates. They are also packed with other essential nutrients, making them a healthier choice for your diet. Now, let's talk about fructose. Now, I'm not talking about the fructose you find naturally in small amounts of fruit. That's not the problem. In fact, the fructose in whole fruits comes with fiber, vitamins, and minerals, which help your body process it more efficiently. I'm talking about the massive amounts of fructose found in high fructose corn syrup, agave nectar, and even table sugar, which is half fructose. These forms of fructose are often added to processed foods and drinks, making it easy to consume large quantities without even realizing it. You see, your liver is the only organ that can metabolize fructose in significant amounts. Unlike glucose, which can be used by nearly every cell in your body, fructose is primarily processed in the liver. When you overload your liver with fructose, it can lead to a buildup of fat in the liver. This happens because the liver converts excess fructose into fat, which can accumulate over time. This is known as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD, and it's becoming increasingly common. NAFLD is a condition where fat builds up in the liver without the influence of alcohol. The problem with NAFLD is that it can lead to more serious liver problems like cirrhosis, liver failure, and even liver cancer. Cirrhosis is a late stage of scarring of the liver caused by many forms of liver diseases and conditions, such as hepatitis and chronic alcoholism. And here's the thing, you can have NAFLD and not even know it. Many people with NAFLD are asymptomatic, meaning they don't show any symptoms until the disease has progressed significantly. It often doesn't cause any symptoms until it's progressed to a more serious stage. By the time symptoms like fatigue, pain in the upper right abdomen, or unexplained weight loss appear, significant liver damage may have already occurred. So how do you avoid fructose overload? The first step is to be aware of the sources of fructose in your diet. First of all, cut back on sugary drinks like soda and fruit juice. These beverages are often loaded with high fructose corn syrup and other sweeteners. Read food labels carefully and avoid products that contain high fructose corn syrup. Many processed foods, including snacks, sauces, and even bread, can contain hidden sources of fructose. And be mindful of your intake of agave nectar and table sugar as well. While these may seem like healthier alternatives, they can still contribute to fructose overload if consumed in large amounts. Opt for natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup in moderation and focus on whole, unprocessed foods to support your liver health. Now, let's move on to vegetable oils. These oils, like corn oil, soy oil, canola oil, and cottonseed oil, are ubiquitous in our food supply. They're found in everything from salad dressings to baked goods to fried foods. The problem with these oils is that they're high in omega-6 fatty acids and low in omega-3 fatty acids. Now, we need both types of fatty acids for optimal health. But when we consume too many omega-6s and not enough omega-3s, it creates an imbalance in the body that can lead to inflammation. And guess what? Inflammation is a major driver of liver disease. When your liver is constantly inflamed, it can lead to damage and scarring over time. So, what's the solution? Ditch the vegetable oils and switch to healthier fats like olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, or grass-fed butter. These fats are much more stable and less likely to cause inflammation in the body. Now, let's talk about whey protein powder. It's a popular supplement among athletes and people looking to increase their protein intake. But what many people don't realize is that whey protein powder can be hard on the liver. You see, whey protein is a dairy product, and dairy products contain a type of sugar called lactose. Now, some people have difficulty digesting lactose. This is known as lactose intolerance. When someone who is lactose intolerant consumes whey protein, it can lead to digestive upset, bloating and gas. But even if you're not lactose intolerant, whey protein can still put a strain on your liver. That's because your liver is responsible for metabolizing protein. And when you consume large amounts of protein, it can overwork your liver. So if you're going to consume whey protein, do so in moderation. And make sure to choose a high-quality whey protein powder that's free of hormones, antibiotics, and other additives. Chapter 5. Maltodextrin, the sneaky liver saboteur. Now let's talk about maltodextrin. This ingredient might sound harmless, but it has some hidden dangers. Maltodextrin is a highly processed carbohydrate that's often used as a food additive. It's derived from starches like corn, rice, potato, or wheat. It's commonly found in protein powders, certain vitamin supplements, and even some keto-friendly foods. You might be surprised at how often it appears in your diet. Foods that contain fillers or drying agents often have maltodextrin as well. It's used to improve texture and shelf life. Post-workout gels, Splenda, and other sugar substitutes frequently contain maltodextrin. It's a common ingredient in many low-calorie and sugar-free products. You'll also find it in puddings and protein bars. These products often rely on maltodextrin to enhance flavor and consistency. The problem with maltodextrin is that it's very high on the glycemic index. This means it can cause a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels, similar to consuming pure glucose. When you consume maltodextrin, it quickly breaks down into glucose, leading to a sudden increase in blood sugar. This can be particularly concerning for people with diabetes or insulin sensitivity. As your blood sugar levels spike, your pancreas releases insulin to help manage the glucose. Insulin is crucial for helping your cells absorb glucose from your bloodstream. Insulin acts like a key, allowing glucose to enter your cells and be used for energy. However, frequent spikes in insulin can lead to problems. When your insulin levels are chronically elevated, it can lead to insulin resistance. This means your cells become less responsive to insulin, making it harder to regulate blood sugar. Insulin resistance is a major risk factor for type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and fatty liver disease. These conditions can have serious long-term health consequences. So, how do you avoid maltodextrin? Start by reading food labels carefully. Many processed foods contain this sneaky ingredient. Opt for whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible. Fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains are excellent choices that don't contain maltodextrin. When shopping, focus on the perimeter of the grocery store, where fresh produce, meats, and dairy are typically located. Avoid the aisles with heavily processed items. Be mindful of your intake of processed foods and sugary drinks. These often contain hidden sources of maltodextrin and other high glycemic ingredients. Making informed choices can help protect your liver and overall health. Chapter 6. Aflatoxins, the invisible liver enemy. Now let's talk about aflatoxins. Aflatoxins are poisonous substances produced by certain types of mold. They can contaminate a variety of foods, including peanuts, corn, cottonseed, and tree nuts. The problem with aflatoxins is that they're highly toxic to the liver. Exposure to aflatoxins can cause liver damage, cirrhosis, and even liver cancer. In fact, aflatoxins are considered to be the most potent liver carcinogens known. Now, the good news is that aflatoxin contamination is tightly regulated in developed countries. However, it's still a concern in developing countries. So if you're traveling to a developing country, be mindful of your food choices. To reduce your risk of aflatoxin exposure, make sure to buy your nuts and grains from reputable sources. Store them properly in a cool, dry place, and avoid eating any nuts or grains that look moldy or discolored. Chapter 7, MSG, more than just a headache. Finally, let's talk about MSG. MSG stands for monosodium glutamate. It's a common food additive that's used to enhance flavor. It's often found in processed foods, fast food, Chinese food, cottage cheese, and foods that contain flavor enhancers. Now, MSG has been the subject of much controversy over the years. Some people claim that it causes headaches, nausea, and other adverse reactions, while others say that it's perfectly safe. However, there is some evidence to suggest that MSG may be harmful to the liver. Studies have shown that MSG can cause oxidative stress and inflammation in the liver, and as we've already discussed, inflammation is a major driver of liver disease. So if you're concerned about the potential health effects of MSG, it's best to avoid it. Read food labels carefully and avoid products that contain MSG. Cook more meals at home so you can control the ingredients. And when you do eat out, ask your server about the restaurant's MSG policy. Outro. Protect your liver, transform your health. Now, you might be wondering, is red meat bad for the liver? While red meat can be a good source of protein and nutrients, it's best to consume it in moderation. Too much red meat can put a strain on your liver. What is the best food for the liver? Well, the best type of food for the liver is cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale are packed with sulfur-containing compounds that help to support liver detoxification. Be sure to consume cruciferous vegetables regularly to support a healthy liver. Be sure to avoid those foods out to repair your liver.